Look at a map of the world. Go to the very bottom. What do you see? A massive white void, a blank space. They tell us it is just ice. They tell us it is a desolate wasteland where nothing can survive, preserved for the sake of peace and science. But have you ever asked yourself, why is it the only place on Earth you are forbidden to go? If you try to sail to Antarctica on your own, you will be turned back by military patrols. If you try to fly over certain zones, your instruments will fail or you will be intercepted. We are told this is to protect the environment. But since when have world governments ever cared more about ice than they do about resources? Antarctica is massive. It is larger than Europe. It is larger than Australia. Yet we're led to believe there is nothing there but snow. But history tells a different story. Ancient maps drawn thousands of years before modern exploration show this land not as ice, but as a green, lush continent. The Piri Reis map, dating back to 1513, depicts the coastline of Antarctica with shocking accuracy, without ice. How did they know? In 1947, the United States military sent an armada not to explore it, but to conquer it. They found something that terrified the world's governments enough to lock the gates forever. Tonight, we are opening the frozen files. Welcome to Primal Files. The story begins with Admiral Richard E. Byrd. He wasn't a conspiracy theorist or a madman. He was the most decorated explorer in American history, a man of logic, a man of war. In 1947, just 2 years after World War II ended, Byrd was given command of Operation Highjump. Officially, the history books say it was a scientific training mission. They claimed they wanted to see how equipment functioned in extreme cold. But you don't send 4,700 battle-hardened soldiers, an aircraft carrier, submarines, and 33 support aircraft just to train in the snow. You send an armada like that when you are expecting a war. The mission was scheduled to last 6 months. It ended in just 6 weeks. Why did the most powerful navy in the world turn around and run? According to leaked reports and Byrd's own private diary, the fleet encountered resistance, not from the weather, but from technology. Byrd described disc-shaped aircraft rising from the water, vehicles that defied gravity. In his private flight logs during a survey mission over the South Pole, Byrd recorded something impossible. He claimed the white landscape below him vanished. The temperature gauge on his plane rose. The ice was replaced by green forests. He described seeing mountain ranges that shouldn't exist. He saw rivers flowing through the snow, and in the underbrush, he claimed to see a large animal, something that looked like a prehistoric mammoth. He radioed back to base, quote, "I am not crazy. I see green land." Then his transmission was cut. He had entered the anomaly. Byrd wasn't the first to look for something hidden at the pole. Years before the Americans arrived, the Germans were there. In 1938, the Nazi Party sent an expedition to Antarctica. They claimed a massive territory called New Swabia. They dropped thousands of metal spikes with swastikas on them to mark the land. But why? Declassified documents suggest they weren't looking for ice, they were looking for an entrance. The Germans were obsessed with the occult and the theory of the whole Earth, the idea that the Earth is not a solid rock, but contains vast cavern systems, or perhaps another world entirely inside the crust. When Admiral Byrd was allegedly intercepted by those disc-shaped craft, he didn't describe them as aliens from space. He described them as speaking with a German accent. He described their craft as being marked with symbols that looked ancient yet familiar. Upon his return to the United States, Admiral Byrd gave a single terrifying interview to the International News Service. He warned the world of a new enemy.
He said, in case of a new war, the United States would be attacked by fighters that are able to fly from pole to pole with incredible speed. Think about that quote. Fighters that fly from pole to pole, not from Russia, not from China, from the poles. Immediately after that interview, Admiral Byrd was hospitalized. He was silenced. His diaries were classified. The public was told to forget about Antarctica. You might think this is all just old war stories, but the cover-up is still happening right now. Fast forward to 1959, the height of the Cold War. The United States and the Soviet Union agreed on absolutely nothing. They were ready to nuke each other over inches of land in Europe. And yet, on the topic of Antarctica, they shook hands instantly. The Antarctic Treaty was signed. It bans all military activity. It bans independent exploration. It bans mining. It is the longest-standing peace treaty in modern history. Why? Why did the world's bitterest enemies agree to share this one specific piece of land? Unless they weren't protecting the ice from us. They were protecting us from what is under the ice. Even today, if you open Google Earth and look at the coordinates of certain mountain ranges in Antarctica, you will find pixelated blocks, whiteout zones. Whistleblowers have claimed these blacked-out areas hide entrances. In 2016, a massive heat anomaly was detected beneath the Wilkes Land ice sheet. It is 300 kilometers wide. Scientists say it is a volcano, but gravity satellites suggest it is made of metal, a massive metallic object buried miles deep, generating heat. Is it a dormant engine, a city, or a prison? We may never know the truth. The ice is kilometers thick, and the silence from our governments is even thicker. But the next time you look at a map of the world, look at the bottom, look at the white void, and remember that in human history, walls are rarely built to keep people out. Usually, they are built to keep something in. This is Primal Files.